My writing journey from start to now. What do I think is that the universe is made up of opportunities, miracles, and coincidences, where words are more powerful than actions. It interests every sane person who has a keen eye for nature, natural phenomena, and the birth of creativity. For the last 10 years, I am concerned with words. Wordsmithing is rewarding in the sense that it directs us to our unlimited potentials. Today, I want to discuss some of the main points about my writing and life as a writer. Let me take you in the background where I started this journey, and I don't know for sure where it is going to take me. Although I don't want to be a billionaire through my writings, but the lesser is not on my list. So, this is the journey, and let's see what this journey has to show us, to you and me both. This all started when I was in my third grade when I was nominated for speech competition in our school. It was the turning point for my writing creativity to develop an interest in reading books even beyond my grasp. I'm always thankful and proud of my dad because he had a great taste of books. I started reading books and I had an Oxford dictionary with me as well as the Urdu dictionary named Firozul Lughat. And my father taught me how to use a dictionary. At first, I started reading religious books, then I transitioned to literature. As a great fan of Dr. Iqbal, the poet of the East, my father had every single book of him except the Persian ones. So I started reading all those books. After reading all those books, I started reading daily newspapers. And my father, as a teacher and educational instructor, had a keen interest in my personal and intellectual excellence, and he tried to nourish it with questions and discussions. My cross questioning were handled by him patiently. I had a lot of questions like every child. I was curious about everything. I feel sorry about those times when I think about the past. I was hard on my parents, especially father, and then my teachers. At those times, my cross questioning would annoy people, especially my teachers. However, I never stopped asking and I never quit learning. Up to this date, I am a curious student of life and everything around me. Now, there is a difference that now I ask myself questions and then try to answer those questions. When I was in grade 5, I started performing in my school co curriculum activities, including speech competitions, acted in dramas, started joining school basketball, football, and badminton team. And as a result, I was chosen as the head proctor of our school. And in the absence of PTI, the physical training instructor, I was responsible to carry on activities of assembling, giving them cautions, and I was just to come first. I was first to come and last to leave. It played a vital role in my leadership abilities and motivated and inspired me to set an example for others. It helped me to rely my own abilities. It boosted my confidence and my questions become more fierce because now they were backed with references. My favorite place in the school was now a library. I left games, other activities, and devoted myself to reading. Taking notes and quoting references in my conversations among my schoolmates and teachers made me more prominent and intellectually challenging to them. Now they prepared lessons and they came to face my questions. In those years, we had a music teacher named Sanobar Khan, thrilled my imagination for writing humorous poetry for our upcoming school events. It kicked me to start writing, then I started writing diaries. In my 8th grade, I started writing essays and poetry both in English and Urdu. In ninth and 10th grade, I started writing features for magazines. In college, my essays were popular among teachers and students as well as the examiners would appreciate my style of writing in language and literature classes. It made me more keen to study books. Sometimes I missed the classes just to complete what I had to start reading. In our academy, we were blessed with thousands of books. I was the only person there reading those books which were abundant for decades. I do remember I issued a book that was previously issued in the 1980s and I was reissuing it in 2009. So it would be not a justice if I didn't mention the roles of librarians. They cooperated with me in my exploring process of word of books. I wish, I wished, and I had a superpower of reading. I wished I had a superpower of reading. I always thought and still think that life is too short. Our time is very limited, but there are more books to read. I have a dream that the technology to be as advanced that we could download and install unlimited books in our limitless minds to know what is possible for us. Alas, I may not be able to see this happen in my life, but I hope our next generation will see this miracle happening. I owe special thanks to my teacher and social worker Ghulam Hussain, who and his colleagues built the library in our hometown, which was the first nursery for my interest and creativity to blossom. I also owe my special thanks to my friend Khidr Haider, who provided me dozens of books from their library. A special thanks go to my father for paying my books, giving me space to read and write. After college, I left hometown and took admission to the university, and its big collection of books made me a fan of it. Departmental seminar libraries helped me preparing for success in my academic subjects and nurturing my creativity. I am thankful to all librarians there. I was the first person there and the last one to leave upon their requests. In my personal library, I have collected hundreds, if not thousands, of books. After introduction to digital books, I have a great collection of books too. For this year, I have selected more than 2000 books. For the next 5 to 10 years, I have selected more than 5000 books while doing my own business. So, authoring and editing more than 100 books and dozens of titles to work on to publish as ebooks, audio or paper and hardcover books on academics, education, business, politics, psychology, society, religion, success and motivation. Apart from this, I write daily blogs and other content for websites and blogs. So this was my journey and there is no sure destination. However, I still think that in my grave or life after death will be just a passage to a great library where every book will be available to me, and there will be no call for daily chores, and I will read forever. So this was all about my writing and reading journey. What do you think about my journey? And let me know about your own journey in the comments below. So see you next time. We will meet next time and see what we have to talk about. So for now, goodbye and thank you for watching this video.